Right, we've got to add another floor to our screw factory. And then that will be, we'll hook up the ingots for the casted screws. And then that will be the crystal oscillators automated. So let's go and do that. So that's going to be this building, not this one, the next one. That's the one. And that one. Beautiful. I'll do that and I'll just get rid of what I don't need. Which is 2 rows. Perfect. The factory must grow, but you're making it better. A city growing and moving. Yes. Yes, I do like the city look we've got going. I was thinking a bit more about it last night. I want to get some more vehicles going. I want to play around with some of the fuel stuff. We're going to get to a point shortly where we're going to have to train in. We're going to be really ramping up our train setup. We don't have a big train setup currently, but that's going to change soon enough. I've got a little sort of a system for every time I add a floor to a building, so that goes quite well now. It's very straightforward. Actually, no, that's just going to go and I'd like to start enclosing some of these buildings soon. I just haven't got around to doing it. That should be correct. And then another one. So that'll go to that one. And then I'll go to that one. Yeah, it's good having a selection of blueprints that you can just quickly use. Uh-oh. It's hard to get that. Right, and then this side. This was much harder before I got infinite nudge added to the game. This makes it so much easier. Alright. Screw constructors. This setup here, I want it to come ooh, it's a tough choice. It's tight. Yeah, I think I really want that closer. Even there. No, that won't work. There. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Well, this one I want to move forward. So It's 1, 2, 3. Let's do this here. Well, that was a bit higher than I wanted. I think I wanted that there, so that was 1, 2. It's 1, 2, and that was center on, but I wanted to bring it back 1. That's center, that's back 1. And then that there. That's 6. 9. You can sort of hit 10, but it gets too cramped. Alright, so I think I want that to be there. Or, no, that there. Yep. Gotta love the blueprints, being able to delete them and re-add them. I would have hated blueprints before that. Right, that's that. This one will be there in the middle. Move that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go one this way. That's 3. Oh, that just fits perfectly. Right. DJ, hello, welcome. Are you doing okay? It's good to hear. I'll be hydrated, don't you worry about that. He's got all the emotes. Good stuff. Alright, Hope you're, what have you been up to, DJ? Okay, that one's to there. And this one. Right, that's power for all of those. So there's 6 machines, 7, and then there's 15. So I'm just thinking about future. And there's 17, holy moly. And then another 15. If I did so there's 18 machines on this floor. That's only leaves only 3 machines. Can I get that? No, it would have to be 167% to get that down to 9 machines. That would be that whole row, and then that would leave me 6 and 7, and then there'll be another 15 coming up and 17. That's another floor. So that was 9. Maybe we might do that. I still have room on this floor for another maybe 2, but I'm going to be, I might leave that. Or what if I did six and 7? Because I'm moving to steel screws soon. That's going to be a different kettle of fish. No, it's alright. That's no, I don't. I'm overthinking it. Alright. We're going to do that. We'll do... I'll build those ones and I'll build these ones. So which ones would I make?
Hey Smackin', you just got a follow.
Thank you Unzixerna Jan for the follow.
I think I'll make these the 9, the overclock ones. Look out. Honzik, I hope I said your name right. Come with the follow. Good to see you. So this is going to be 167%. I can call you John. No worries, John. Thank you. How are you today? We'll do those 9. Where are we? What's going on? I'm having some problems with my game controller. No, I'm having problems with my hotbar. Not working. I think I've had this before. Let's get out, come back in. Alright. That's really strange. We'll just save it and reload it. What are you up to today, John? I'm pretty sure that's how I fixed it last time. Well, it was either that or a full restart back to desktop. We'll see. Yep. Whatever it was that. How do I have these ones? That would do in the center. I think I did a... Here we are. I did do that. Problem is, it's too far out because of the way the blueprinting works, but I can just redo that one What will these be? These will be... yeah. You know, I just... what I don't like about that is I've now got an extra piece of belt. There's a few things like that that I'm just not a fan of. It could have been done better, I don't know. I'm not a programmer. They're all configured. So these will be 20, almost 21. So that needs to be Mark II. Now, I still need my smart splitter. I'm gonna do do that there, probably there. So we can still do something there for overflow. That's coming in. So this is going to be bringing in a Mark III amount. Right, so that This is for, this one is for heavy modular frames. And it's going to bring in 187.875 into 9 machines. That's 20.875 per machine. Right. The right will be iron ingots, and we'll do overflow that way. And we're going to have to, oh, we won't have to, yeah, that's right. So they're going to be outputting 83.5 per minute each. Wow, we're going to be outputting 750 screws per minute. So that'll be we'll do a mark 2 from each one. I obviously don't have those belts at this point in time, so we'll run 2 belts worth, and we will a splitter here. So what that's going to be 83.5 times 3, 250, right? So that's a Mark 3 there, and then we'll put a I reckon we'll put a merger, but facing that way. That way we can exit cleanly. So put that there. So I go Mark 3 into there. I'll be Mark 3 to there. And it'll still be a Mark 3 from there to there. And there to there. Let's plan that for the future. So that's my output there and there, and that'll be a mark, should be Yeah, Mark 4 easy. Belt, that'll sort that out. And then now I have to deal with all of these ones. So first up I wanted 6. So I moved that back one. So I could come back one more. That's... It didn't really make a difference, did it? This one here... That's okay, we can deal with that. Alright. Right, so that's 3. And 3. So these will be casted screws at 83.4%. Spoken, hello, welcome. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are you up to today, Smokin'? And then these. If I bring that to there, and then I can have that's going to clip, isn't it? That's not. I can do the same thing again. Actually, if I had that, Is that still gonna... Yeah, that'll work. So I could have... That could be back here. Back as far as here. That's fine. And I could have... So this is 62.59 ingots, so that's a mark 1 there, mark 1 there. And then if I have a mark 2 there, perfect. So left would be iron ingot. And I'm going to put straight ahead as overflow. And then, okay, I'm going to put a sign here. So this one is Crystal Oscillators. And that's going to need I'm going to double check that. Oh yeah. 62.5 for 6 machines, which is 10.425 each. All right. And then I've got so I've made those 6. So I have one more to make that I might put downstairs. Then there's another 17 and another 15. And then the rest of those are all steel screws from that point on. So I'm going to put this one downstairs. So that means I'm not doing anything with these 3 for the moment. These perfect. All right. So overflow. I might go left overflow and put that's going that way. Maybe that is high enough. I don't think it is, but that's okay. I think it's there. Yeah. And then that. Goes to there. That's there. Yeah, what is it? Is it on the... Yep. Alright, overflow, right there. So that would be best suited that's so it's currently there. If I went here, I did that to there. And that should avoid any conflict. It's just too short. Oh no. Oh, I'm too high. I need to come. That's alright, I can fix that. And that's the overflow dealt with. Perfect. Rightio. So now I need to deal with the output of these. I think it's there. Yep. So this is 250. So it's the same again. So it's 250. That's not right. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh yeah, 6. 41.7. That's the output from each machine. Meza, hello, welcome. Good to see you. So that would be Mark 3. That will be Mark 3. Ah, it's going well, thanks. I'm feeling a lot better than what I was. How's your rack setup going? Going well. Ubiquity released the NAS you were looking for. Excellent. That's good timing. Seven bay, 10 gig for 400. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Much better than the 12 bay, 10 gig for 3.5 grand. Yeah. Yes. I don't know. I don't know. You sure? Right, this then will go. The output of this needs to go. Beldraco, welcome. Hello. Time appropriate greetings indeed over here. And let's do this here. And that will kind of make it. Oops. Yeah, if that went to there, then I could use... Yeah, this will work well. Maybe. Only annoying thing here is this. So it'll just come into the next level up. I don't think it's there. I think it's there. Yeah. What statue is that? That is the Satisfactory pioneering statue. And they're holding the, twirling the gun on the finger. I'm working my way through the statues. Cool work of art. It is. And I think it's modelled on the old power poles. Because that's what they used to look like. And that's not what they look like now. That's what I assume. Could be making it up. Right, that should reach to there. Perfect. Excellent. Oh, I hope it doesn't conflict with something over here. It looks like it does. So, how do I get around that? I think we're going to do a little fall. That's what we're going to do, a little fall. Is that allowed? It's kind of not allowed, is it? Oh, it's one short. That's allowed there. Yep. Alright, so if I had that to there. Of course, that's exactly what I wanted. And do a stubby lift like that. And that resolves that little weirdness. And then it's going to go that. Goes down like that. And then I think I will dead center. Yep, and then that can go. That goes to there. We'll come back a bit so we don't hit that power line. Perfect. Pretty fancy. Alright, so now we've just got to bring the ingots in. To here. And they're coming from over there. So, yep, so I think there. That's what we're going to do. And this is bringing in Mark II. Right, so that's going there. It's coming into here. That's beautiful. Straight ahead, iron ingot, Mark II. Over here we'll put another floor on. We'll just do it for the corner. I won't build the floor up at this point. We'll come back to that. It's going to go there. And it's getting I think it's these ones. No. No. These ones. These ones here. I couldn't have taken those because they're being taken. So it's two machines. Rightio. I wonder if I can do that in there. That looks centered there. Needs to come back one. Let's see if it will let me do that. Because it needs to be there. We have a little bit of clipping if we go there. So it's going to be a little bit off, but I can handle that. Rightio. And then I'm going to use I'm going to go to there. And then I'm going to go like that, I think. It's either like that. I think that's better. There we go. Lovely. Alright, so now with this all working, this should complete reinforced iron plates for the complete screws, the reinforced iron plates for the stream title of today, Crystal Oscillators. As soon as they make their way over here, Mark II belt takes a little bit of time. Any minute, here they come. I can see them. Oh, they're coming. So these should be coming in at 62.55. There'll be a little bit of a buffer, so they will be coming at 120 for a little bit. But then they'll peter out once the buffer's emptied at 62.55. It's been great to have these crystal oscillators done finally. It's a funny what the animation's doing here. It looks like they're feeding back into the hole. Now the screws are coming out and they're going to go down there. Yeah, that's maxed out at 120 until that belt slows down. Here come the beginning of these screws. Oh, I've not actually hooked these up to the... Oh no, there's... yeah, what? What? It's the wrong building. Wrong building. Oh. Yeah, why did I... Why do I have... I'm completely screwed up here. Yeah, this shouldn't be coming here. This... Oh, I've made a big mistake. Workers are so annoying, I need another coffee. You're not awake for this crap, Mezza. I built a whole production line. Where's the reinforced iron plate factory? Hold on. This is it? Yeah, I've just put the wrong recipes down. No, everything's good. I've just used whatever was in the... I've just chosen the wrong recipe, that's all. I've got the equivalent of this exchange. Me, why did plates go in this factory? Them, did you make sure to use yellow belts? Oh, wow. Bolted iron plate. Let's have a look. Yeah, I selected, what did I select? Bolted, yeah, I selected bolted frame and not bolted plate. So that's at 100%. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm glad I didn't have to redo a bunch of stuff. That just goes to show my overflow was working, because for that whole time, all that iron plate had just been feeding straight into the sink. Alright, so I've got to send this over to the crystal oscillators. And I don't think I configured this properly here. Wow. It was blue. Wow, I really am not thinking here at all. Something's not right here. That's Mark 3. That's Mark 3. That's Mark 2. Somewhere, it's that bit of belt there, which is part of the blueprint. That's a bit shit, that is. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the blueprint auto connect system, to be honest. Why is that? That's better. But I'm still getting... That's just my fault. Right. Okay, so now I've just got to feed this back. So that's this top row here. I've got to bring... I'll bring him in this way, I reckon. Now, I can... So we want to come that way. The next... Okay, there's a hole there. Could come across there. Yeah, this would work. It would be... Yeah, I think so. Let's find out. It's going to come through there. That should go. Nah, because that's blocked there. That's right. We just need to do an adjustment here. But it can't be that one because it's going to be there. And there. So it's going to be let's just go and just hook it up at the other end so that we'll start moving along. So this is the output here. And I don't want to screw up stuff later, so what I might do is it's going up to there. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll work. That looks good. The only thing I don't like, but is that's in the way. Like, I can't really get around that. I suppose if I'm running along, I'll just run around it. It becomes a big deal. I'll sort it out later. But let's hope these are running at 100%. 80%. What's going wrong here? So the plate is not coming through at the correct rate. Bolted plate. Let's have a look. I should be getting 90 per minute. So I should have 6 machines. I should have a Mark III belt. No. There should be a Mark II belt's worth. You know what? That's going to be part of the problem there. And I betcha. Yeah, look at that. Same little bit of belt there. Inside it. Okay. Let's see if that picks up. It should get to 36 before it gets to 100. Almost. How do I make straight belts? Press the R key. Bell Draco. So R can change between the different build types. There we go. I think we're operating at efficiency now. That should get up to 100% in no time. There we go. Sorry for the delay in answering that. I was obviously knee deep in trying to figure out what was going on. And that's looking good. We should see our efficiency jump up to 100% in no time. Yeah, it seems to be keeping up. All right. I've got reinforced iron plate running there. I've got a little bit running through here. I've got a standstill. So what did I do wrong here? I didn't hook it up. I did not hook it up. Okay, so I was going to... That's an overflow I'm not using. We will just bring it along here. Yep, this was a lot easier than it looks. That, yeah, we'll do it like that there. That will be here. Yep. I wonder if that'll reach all the way. I think it will. Perfect. Alright, now we will have crystal oscillators. Let's check that this is configured. And we have 6 machines worth of reinforced iron plate. Of crystal oscillators. That's actually what I was trying to do ages ago, was put this over here. And I got distracted. Well, those screws are coming in. Hold on. Yeah, I need 250 a minute. Yeah. There must be a backlog in the machines, I'd say. That doesn't look... Oh yeah, yep, there they go. That shouldn't be saying... Oh, there could be quite a... Yeah, because I suppose if there's 500 in each machine, then there would be a build-up. And that's supposed to be 90, so that's about right, 89, 90. So this should be at 100% now. Yep. Seems to be nice. You just got your CM fluctuators automated. Excellent. Good to hear. That's going to really help. Yeah, that was hitting about 24 each time, so I think we're good on this. That with these screws coming out here. Yeah, these are slowly dropping. That would have been a full 500 stack before. Is it coming out? Yep. Oh, I didn't need one. Over here. Oh, I can see the manufacturers pumping out some smoke. Already running at 100%. Sweet. Now this, yep, this is all good. Yep, that seems to be working. Oh yep, that's coming in. The cable's coming in. Lovely. You know what? Yeah, it would really help. Actually, that just needs to be one. It'd be helpful if I actually connected the that to our storage. There we go. Crystal oscillators. That should go up in a second. Any minute now. Yeah, we should see some coming in right now. Yeah, there was 11 and there's 15. It's working. And that's good because those numbers are dropping, so the buffers are reducing. That's excellent. Excellent. I can still see there is, well, there's no cable being sunk now, so that's good. Got to work on this. Might just go and have a look at what's going on with power and find out what's actually causing that fluctuation. Could be an oil shortage. This has had a while to settle too. So it's outputting. So it's running at 93%. So that means there's not enough crude oil coming in. That's probably my issue. It's the source of all my issues, I reckon. Yep. So is it the train? Let's have a look. Am I exhausting my oil supplies? So it's these two. There's a lot in storage. Not a lot in that one. So one's getting used more than the other. That's interesting. This could be a head lift issue here. It looks like that. It could be as simple as that. Both of these. I could just replace them with Mark IIs. Yeah, look, I've got a Mark II there. Even though I've got a Mark II here. Well, do I lower this one? I've had a few issues. I reckon we're going to put I'm going to make a couple of changes here. That's going to completely deal with any head lift that was there. And now, because I've got extra headroom, I'm going to move this one up. So I might just put it there. I don't know if I like this. I feel like maybe I should go into a big buffer from each one. Yeah, I don't know. Because I should still be getting 600 out of both, because I've got the two buffers. It's a tough... Yeah. I do think I've made a difference here. If I am, you're thinking the same, a large buffer could give you more leeway here. Yeah. But I mean, I'm feeding both outputs into two separate buffers and joining those there. Make one change at a time and see what happens. I'm even more tempted to I am more tempted to go to packaging and unpackaging. That's maybe not here, but unfortunately we don't have the same quality of life with pipes to balance like we do with belts. Yeah. Alright, so this now, this shouldn't have changed, this one here. But its head lift is 52. So what I should do is reduce the pump, lower this pump. I might put this pump here about there. Mez, you still maintain you enjoy this game more without pipes? Yeah, I mean that's a fair assumption, a fair assertion. Certainly added a lot to the game. If they'd just been conveyors in pipe shape, that would have made a less friction point. Yeah, I think because they, yeah, you've written it there. We didn't need the liquid physics simulation. I think that's the tipping point. We didn't need the liquid simulation. I think that's what is really the crux of it all when you get down to brass tacks. Alright, so now I should have 40 meters, that's heaps. And 36, yeah, that's heaps. Funny thing about those pipes, we use the same pipes of nitrogen, and to my knowledge, you never need a pump for them. That is correct. You don't need pumps for gases. Alright, this is going to take a while to fill out now, because I've made some changes. That one. Yeah, I just need to let it populate. Let's just make sure that's this pipe over here. Yep, so we're all with good head lift now. That's the other side of the coin with the pipe works to me. You change something, it feels like days before it domino effects through the whole process. Yeah. That is the flip of the coin. So we're good on all the head lifts. That's funny is this side has less oil than this one. Like it's like this side gets used first. The only difference is this one comes up like that and the other one comes from the side. It might just be we don't have good feedback for them to actually understand what's going wrong, Mez. Yeah, the pipes are, yeah, they don't really indicate what's happening. And Firehammer, to be fair, I'm getting better at it. If you can get your initial setup right, you never notice issues. That's it. And you have to know what you're doing, and it has to be absolutely perfect to function. It's not the best casual gamer experience. Yes, that's exactly right. Yep, all of those things are very true. Right. So the train is running out, which is fine. That buffer's nearly empty. That one's full. So this one should be outputting when this one gets empty. I'm curious. The oil could be coming down and feeding to there. I feel like I need a valve here and a valve here. And Firehammer, agree 100%, 50% Meza. Glad I'm not the only person in the Satisfactory community who noticed that. Yeah, Meza, it's definitely led to my ultimate burnout. It wasn't even a casual game, but I got tired of dealing with issues. Still like smirking, working through them though. Well, thank you, Meza. I think I need to simplify this. It needs to be one big buffer that they both come into, not trying to run two outputs. But I'm going to leave it for a bit. Always nice to watch the bigger guys show us. Look, I don't know about that. But at the end of the day, as long as that pipe there has 600 oil running through it. Yeah, see, I feel like that pump there is probably filling this back up. It's, yeah, I don't know. Bigger hours play. That is possible. See, that one's not pumping at all right now. So why is it not pumping? Is it because... Who knows? But I need to leave it for a while. Flow rates smashing. Yeah, that's it, Meza. We were both at the same level and to 1.1. Buffer's full. I think the partner's pump is doing all the work. Yeah, it could be very much that's what's going on. I think I've overcomplicated it a bit. But we'll just do a couple of quick investigations. It's fluctuating a lot more. That's just because the oil, there was a halt in the oil throughput for a while. That's 600. Overcomplicating in Satisfactory, you would never? No, not at all. Always keep it as simple as possible. That's 600 coming through there. That's kind of why I tried to do it with this vertical stuff. Yeah, these basically these are the whole system needs to be saturated. Oh look, it is It's coming in at 100% now. So it is actually, it is this upper level. That's good to see. This lower level also. Ooh, interesting. That's promising. So then all that heavy oil residue it's only 200 per minute, so 206 per minute, that's about right. That's heading over here to some fuel refineries. Which is these, I think it's 4. So these are at 93% at the minute. But these should be improving as long as it's hitting. Yeah, these are, it just went to 94. Yeah. So we may have found the culprit. Just some poorly placed pumps. And then all of that. So that's 133 fuel per minute. $290, but that's just the part filling up. Head lift's fine. And that's coming over here to these turbo fuels. There you go, 132. So that's pretty much all smack bang on the money of what I should be getting. Which means these should be getting better. These are already at 94%. That's cool, I've never seen that. A flash like that. That's looking very promising. Ah, power flatline now. That seems to have resolved. Very nice. So each one of these is making Yeah, 530 megawatts of power nearly. I mean, I've been thinking of doing some packaged turbo fuel. Turning off a couple of machines just to make packaged turbo fuel for trucks in a bit. Don't know. Because each one's what? Each one's 15.89. So if I underclock them to 15.89 each packager, then I could just be making, I could lose, if I lost 1,000 megawatts, that'd be 2 machines, so making about 32 per minute. It's still not perfect, still. And I've also been thinking that you could have overflow to get that perfect. Instead of running all of these, you could underclock one of them. So this one's never getting the full amount, you know. It does for a bit, and then you can see it's already so you could underclock them all. I could drop the clock rate down 1% and they'd all operate better. But then you're going to get, at some point you're going to get too much and these will back up, which isn't a huge deal, but then the other machines leading into it might back up. But also we just need to let it saturate for a while, because I've only just sort of fixed what I've did. And it's recovered quickly, but it can still take a while to recover. But yeah, I reckon some packaged turbo fuel for the trucks might be a good interim until I get some more more power sources for vehicles. Because I want to run some more trucks, but I don't have enough local coal to do it. So I'm thinking we use some packaged turbo fuel for a while for those trucks. Tell you what, the trucks have stopped colliding since I rerun some of the routes. I still haven't redone all the routes, but But I'm going to need to run some more. I'm going to need to run some more limestone into here. For the alternate basic iron ingot recipe. Gaz, hello. How are you today, Gaz? Because I need a whole belt of limestone for these foundries up here. This here, all of these on this row here, I need 324 limestone. I've got the iron. The iron, I've still got a spare belt of iron there. Those irons there are going to be used over there for the copper, I think. You're doing well. You had darts tonight, hence the late roll. How's your darts going? Is your form improving the more you play? Winning, yep. Actually, I had a practice last night and a few warm-up throws before going tonight. Nice. Does wonders, that thing called practice. It certainly does. Alright, that's good. I am liking things. The factory's running a bit smoother now. This side over here is starting to grow a bit more. We're not touching much over here at the moment, but it will get there. And that, I was looking here earlier. Yeah, see that should be now running at 62.5. They're running at 100% and there's no backlog. That's great. These should all be running at 100%. Yep. I love it when things work. Well, that means our next mission is going to be pulse obelisks. Because we've done there's so many recipes here. We've done the crystal oscillators. We've got to make pulse obelisk next, which requires an obelisk and crystal oscillators, so that at crystal oscillators, I've got to make them again, one machine's worth for that. But we've already got, that shouldn't be hard to get running because I've got a lot of the other machines sort of set up ready to go. Why is that connected to there? That shouldn't be connected to there. Because that machine gets, that building gets powered from there. And that building gets power from there. So if I get rid of this, that's irrelevant. some of the tidying up I didn't get around to doing. That's fine, all that stays the same. So if I get rid of this, yep. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, that was just a lingering thing from the past. When I was doing all the converting over to this setup. I really like this center line stuff. Couple of photos. Lots of iron ingots. It's amazing how much packaged turbo fuel I'll go through at the moment. Sorry, packaged liquid biofuel. The hopper pack's going to be awesome when it comes. Let's just have another quick peek of these manufacturers. These should all be still running at 100%, I hope. They are. Beautiful. Everything's just humming along as it should. 6 machines making crystal oscillators. Already got 200 since they've been making. That's excellent. Because I no longer need the ones I was doing in the feed boxes. I was only doing those for a while to get some being made. What's that? Just a shadow. It looks funny from a distance. I've got one machine at the moment down here. Do I have any slugs? No, they're all down there. They're all down there just doing their thing. Sweet. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, do I have... So that's that and that. So I have these as... Yeah, right. Like, how would you do... So I've got the metal. Hold on. Can you just stand on top? No. I've got the metal going down there. How's the glass? What have you got? Is there any sort of piece that does this? Down corner ramp. Are there down corner roof pieces? really? Are they? They were also walls, weren't they? So that's... kind of what I want, but not. Ah, so there, you've got that one. Oh yeah. But that's roof and that's wall. I don't want the roof material. I don't want the wall material. I want the roof material. But I mean, the good thing about this is if I did use that, it gets rid of this crappy block look. What's the planned use of the crystal oscillators, especially 6 machines of them? It was just, they're just for the Pioneer. So when I designed the spreadsheet, it's like, I might as well make 6 of them. Why not? You know, that's really my mindset. Because you're only making 6 per minute. So, yeah, you've got the towers and also there's a few things that uses crystal oscillators. Doesn't really help too much here. But yeah, I just like, rather than just make 1 or 2 machines, I'll just make 6. Because then it looks cooler, sort of. So that's the tilted wall corner. So is there a... There's a concave. What's the complementing piece here? This would normally... So that's the tilted wall corner. So the down corner ramp. Is there a down corner? Oh, really? A mod for that? Max? Sounds about right, doesn't it? So that'd be under foundations. Under ramps. But there's no... metal version of it. That's some of the stuff that annoys me. Like, I want to make something nice, but I don't have all the complementary pieces to make it happen. I'll wait for 1.2 or 13 or... Yep. So then is there a... That's an interesting piece. just doesn't have the same look. Yeah. That's the thing that disappoints me, that sort of stuff. Like I kind of like what I got going on here with this look. Like it looks cool. Oh, bit of a save spike. But when you come down and look at it from inside, it's just this yucky, blocky mess. And then what are you supposed to do? Then you're supposed to go and do a the inverted and fill up that stuff, like suppose that's really it. That is my answer. It does make it clean. It's just it's so thick, you know, like I've got this lovely wall, this roof. I'd like a corner version of that roof. It would just make it look so cool. I remember being annoyed by this when I was trying to make a diagonal pattern. Yep. It's so lightweight. Yeah, that's right. It's thick and double C. It's worse if you're trying to stay horizontal. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yep. Oh, anyway, it works. Everything's working. All right. I think that's enough faffing around. How many coupons today? 4. We're consistently making 4 or 5 coupons, which is actually quite good. All right. Missing so many build items. Yeah, Max. Well, I tell you what though. I tell you what. I don't know if you remember. I know Mezza would remember. All we had were these. We had 2 wall types. These oh, excuse me. Oh. It was I've lost my voice almost. It was these basic walls and these basic walls. That was it. And they weren't even these walls, because these walls had they had separate sides to them too. Which was the inside, which was the outside. With a crappy wall conveyor holder, I've got saves of those still active. Half foundation but no half wall. Why? Max, that's true. I like the half foundations, but then I'm missing all the half companion pieces like half ramps and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, half wall, yep. Who knows? Anyway, productive day today. We actually finished the Crystal Oscillator build. That was absolutely awesome. We had to build another floor in the screw factory, so we populated that floor with all the machines for the upcoming builds. And then we also diagnosed an issue I had with the crude oil and pumps coming in for the turbo fuel. That stabilized the power a bit more now, which is good. Yeah, we'll be moving on to the pulse nobelisks next, so that'll be a good one. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.